star pair of Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Lopez in at the 5. You know, Shams, back in 2023, Giannis Antetokounmpo agreed to a 3-year extension to stay in Milwaukee. It keeps him with the Bucks until, what, 2027, I think.
Exactly, and it provides the Bucks with stability moving forward. And there was talk, if Giannis Antetokounmpo tests free agency in the summer of 2025, what does that hold for their future? But he commits. He made a strong statement in committing. But at the end of the day, Kevin, getting to the finals and winning another championship is the goal.
And they thought, Shams, that Dame was going to be maybe that thing that triggered that, but it certainly didn't play out that way.
Drew Holiday gets traded, and they clearly missed him. But with Damian Lillard and Giannis, you know you have a chance to at least compete for a championship.
Now here's Giannis. Nifty move. And the layup is good. Giannis has got his second basket of the game.
Defensively, you got to try and build a wall against Giannis and cover the paint. He's too much to handle inside.
16 feet away. Another miss by Garland.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. Now, he feels like Darius Garland is the key to that offense. Coach said not many people can stay in front of Garland one-on-one. He's so shifty. So the rotations defensively have to be decisive and quick. And at the other end, we want to force him to work defensively. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. You know, we've got Porzingis, of course, who was such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Giannis passes to Middleton. Back to Giannis. The jump hook. Allen with the rebound. Cavaliers trailing. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement. And that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restricted position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon.
So good at getting his team involved. Garland has become a difference maker.
And the Bucks making a change here. Green's checked in.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Middleton. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Middleton. Hands it from downtown.
Slippery play by Middleton. Comes off the pick and goes on the offensive.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have and more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, They know the strategies. They know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
Lillard with it. Garland picks him up. The Bucks getting another chance here. Second chance shot. And it's Lillard missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Portis is checked in from Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks leading by 9. Lillard looking around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The 3 from Garland. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Garland right now really doing a nice job of staying in perpetual motion.
Here's Middleton. Portis sets the pick for Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss. The Cavaliers trail by 6. LeVert with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
For Milwaukee, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago. About 77% from the line.
Trent's checked in for Lillard. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mobley is screen on Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The defense slow to react to Garland's play on that possession there. Instinctive to do whatever it takes to get to the foul line.
Free throw good. Garland. Both free throws good from Garland.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
Trent gets the bucket.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
On the court for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's LeVert in at the 3. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to. Just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those 2 guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. Now, here's LeVert. Last time out, he had 13 points. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about Why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job. And those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of influx, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on his shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Now Green following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Middleton, and again it's Milwaukee converting. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches, it's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Damian Lillard comes in for Green. The three from Garland. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Now, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
Lillard outside. There's the lob into the coop. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest. And that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title, and you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. Middleton can't get it to go.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
Middleton outside. Shot from the wing. Basket good. Middleton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
A different look now for Cleveland. Okoro comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. Here's Giannis. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Lopez. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jared Allen.
No mistake that Lopez shoots threes now more often, that he can't go down low at that size and do damage.
Here's Mitchell driving inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Mitchell's got 10 points in the game.
just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Middleton on the wing, covered by Okoro. Lillard outside. Off target from three-point range.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks leading by 8. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Okoro. Fires the three. Jerome, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And Giannis treating the defense like a magazine. Easy reading here for him.
9 seconds left to play here in the half. Mitchell, and then Mitchell at the dunk.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. From deep three-point territory. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the... Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And guys,
he's lighting this arena up. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Defense out there searching for ways to stop him, and they can't find.
fellas, what do you say we take a look now? And that is a wrap.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game here, guys, from Darius Garland.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Middleton and Giannis, the tested forward pair. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Nailed from three-point land. Mitchell's got 15. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Now, here's Okoro following the miss by Giannis. Here's Jerome. He has yet to score. 5 to shoot over Lillard. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Jerome. The Bucks shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Now, here's Mobley. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Here's Jerome. Guarded by Jackson. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level. And that's what he's looking to do.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Bucks leading by 4. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Lillard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
Lillard came to the league in 2012. The three-point revolution has agreed with him, but he can still hit mid-range shots, trust me. Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Here's Middleton. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Antetokounmpo finds Lillard. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. A shake. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And the Bucks making a change here. Green's checked in. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 9 points in the game so far. For 3, Middleton. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And Brent, last season, Giannis became the first player in NBA history to average over 30 points a game on over 60% shooting from the field. I mean, jaw-dropping numbers.
Yeah, incredible stuff, Kevin. And when you think about how much basketball has changed, the variety of shots, the great big men that have dominated the NBA floors for so long, for Giannis to be able to do that in this day and age with the three-point evolution and revolution that's happened, it speaks to just how dominant a player he is.
To the inside, here's Giannis, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Dominating in effortless fashion. This is what Giannis does on a consistent basis.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And it's a completely new group for Cleveland. Here's Jerome. The screen from Thompson. Jerome passes to Strus. Over Green. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 1:22 left to play in the third. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Here's Lopez. They kick it out to Green. Middleton on the wing. Tries again, and he drops that one in. Middleton's got 11 points.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here, only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Here's Jerome, covered by Lillard, and there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And Trent subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Middleton. He's got 11. Drains the three-pointer.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second three of the game. One in each half.
Aston Yang. Here's Jerome. Guarded by Green. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Jerome.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Giannis finding the mid-range J, and he can score over the top.
Here's Jerome, guarded by Green. Pass to Jerome. And the shot goes in. He's got 6.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And as we end the third quarter, how about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Niang out there with Thompson. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Okoro. And it's Jerome in at the point.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Lillard. From 11 feet away. And that one hits back iron.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Strus kicks to Niang. Back to Strus. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Lillard against Garland with the step back. And the basket by Lillard. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Great concentration in close. Damian Lillard, an effective three-level scorer.
Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 23 points.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. 25 points in the game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Portis. Banked in off the glass.
Not easy to keep Bobby Portis away from the painted area where he carves out a lot of room and just works hard.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? A three-pointer is right on target.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Mitchell passes to LeVert. And here's Garland for 3. Green with the rebound.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half. He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Now, here's Mitchell. LeVert finds Mitchell. At LeVert. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks leading by 7. With the floater, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
4th personal foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Milwaukee.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
Now, here's Mitchell to stop the run. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Jackson, who's checked in for the Bucks. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from LeVert. And so it's Milwaukee now. Giannis high post. Mobley's there. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
That is smooth, quick stuff from Giannis. Excellent job pulling up that time.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Now here's Lillard. It's good. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
Top-notch ball handling skills. That's just one of the things separating Lillard from most other point guards.
Here's Garland. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Middleton. Bucks passing it around. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Oh, a fearless play by Mitchell. Sinks his shot while being fouled, and now he'll get to the line.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. .122 left to play here in the fourth. Giannis kicks to Lopez. Pass to Middleton. Now Giannis takes the 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss. LeVert the pass to Mitchell. And Garland has it in the corner. A second chance effort. Allen's shot is off. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Loads it up for Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Jackson misses. Timeout called. Cleveland. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Jackson with it. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timeout called the Cavaliers. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
you know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game.
Well, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
So it's Milwaukee picking up the win.